Hi Shaun, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson today. So the backswing's improving quite nicely. If we watch here, as you push away now, there's no rotation on the club face, which is terrific, so the face is still looking at the ball. But at this stage here, that right wrist should be sort of hinging upon itself. And we can see here now, unfortunately, it just starts to rotate or hinge late, and we can see the club head now has gone behind your body. If we look here at Molinari, you'll see here he's just pushing the club back on it with his shoulders, but now you can start to see this right hand just start to fold and hinge the club. And look where his club is. His is in front of his body, so to the right of his body as we look at it, where yours is to the left. And then from there it will hinge up and bisect his left shoulder. When we have a look at your hinge, Shaun, we can see there it's too flat. So I gave you some reference points. So if you was to grip down the club, you're looking for a line where the club points between the golf ball and your feet, like Molinari's. And if we look at your line, you can see it points above the ball. So if you're doing it in the front room, you know, yours is probably pointing at the TV rather than at the floor. So just get the feeling of that right wrist hinging earlier, so the shaft's more vertical. And as soon as I put you against the wall, you did it naturally. But as soon as we put a ball in the way, it just went a little bit low and deep. And then from there, instead of that wrist being at that angle and your arms following that plane line. So if we look at Molinari here, his hands would just go up that red line because that was his set line. Because yours is flatter, your hands are going to go more on the line of your golf club. So if we draw a line, I'll change the colour on that shaft plane. You can see your hands are wanting to go closer to that line than my line. So it's very small bit, Shaun, but it makes a big difference to your plane on the way down. Things that really have changed is on the way down. You used to drop the club far too much on the inside, and it's nice to see your arms moving out and in front of you now a little bit more. So as we come halfway down, we can see that left arm's terrifically in front of the body, and that shaft is cutting through that right forearm. If we look at Molinari at that same stage, we get him in that same position. You can see he's in exactly the same stage. The only difference is he's rotated his lower half a little bit more, but otherwise you're in the slot. From there, Shaun, really I just want to see that left arm track across the chest, hands work left through impact. Unfortunately with you, because you've done it for so long, your hands now are already starting to move out to the right on the draw path. And we can see at this stage here, you've got a very big gap between your hands and your right thigh, where if we look at Molinari coming down, you can see here, watch these hands, they're going to literally track left from that position. So he's just turning left, and then we can see here the club cuts out very low through the body, where with yours, Shaun, because you've thrown the arms away, we can see the shafts cutting out a little bit too high and a little bit too steep angle. So literally think of your chipping. Chip shot, you know, as you make contact, your hands would work left, and it's all done by the chest. And we did some drills where I just got you to swing it halfway back, and we put the rod down the club, and that really did fix you. So don't forget, put something underneath the left arm, okay, and don't let the rod hit you from there. So you're just literally rotating left, hands are working left because of the things under your left armpit, and not to flick the club. That's the key, is not to flick the shaft or flick the club head, with the hands. So the hands are quiet, so we can see even when we are up here, your club face has no loft on it. Where if we look at Molinari's up here, you can see his club face is pointing in a very different direction. So that's pretty much it. Just work on that right wrist hinge for me, Shaun, and then work on the follow through. Just blend the two together. So half swings with this new drill. Use the rod. I think that's very important. Put something underneath that left arm and just hit little stinger and cuts. And I know you're getting it bang on the money for me. So work on that, and we'll see some good results. Thank you.